Everyone in the Fisher family is tall. The father is tall, the mother is tall, and so are their two children, Finn and Frida. Frida is 2.1 meters tall. Her twin brother Finn is 9% taller than she is. How tall is Finn? And how much taller is Finn than Frida? In centimeters. Our strategy for solving word problems is to list knowns and unknowns and assign variable names to the unknowns. We will translate sentences in the problem into math language, in other words, equations. Then we can solve the equations and turn those unknowns into knowns. Often when you read a word problem, there will be distracting details that aren't actually useful in the problem. For instance, here, we don't really need to know this information that the parents are tall. We're not asked to find their heights, so they will not be counted as unknowns. We know Frida's height, 2.1 meters. We do not know Finn's height. So let's give this unknown, Finn's height, a variable name, f. We know a relationship between Finn's height and Frida's height. He is 9% taller than Frida. Let's translate those English words about the relationship between their two heights into math language. First, remember that percent means per 100. Here, 9% means that for every 100 units of height that Frida has, Finn has 9 more. If Frida were 100 meters tall, the answer would be Finn is 109 meters tall. But Frida is only 2.1 meters tall. We will multiply 2.1 by this factor, 9%, or 9 out of 100, to find our answer. 2.1 meters times 9 over 100 equals what? Not f, not Finn's height, but the extra bit of height that Finn has. Let's call that h. 2.1 meters times 0.09 equals h. h equals 0.189 meters. Here's where you really have to be careful when you solve word problems. It's tempting to get an answer and stop working. But you have to apply a kind of common sense test. If Frida is 2.1 meters tall, and we know that Finn is even taller than she is, it doesn't make sense that Finn would be only 0.189 meters tall. That's much, much shorter. Maybe the size of a tallish mushroom, or a short cat. 0.189 meters is the difference in their heights, which means that Finn is Frida's height plus 0.189 meters. F equals 2.1 meters plus 0.189 meters equals 2.289 meters. We'll discuss another time whether Finn would want to round that up to 2.3 meters. But let's not forget the last part of the problem. How much taller is Finn than Frida in centimeters? We know the difference in height in meters. It's 0.189 meters. But what is that in centimeters? This is a conversion problem. We want to convert from meters to centimeters. And for that, you need a conversion factor. A conversion factor is a fraction that equals 1. You know you can multiply any number by 1, and it doesn't change that number, right? There are 100 centimeters in every meter. You can also say 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. That means you can write this as a fraction that equals 1. You can write 100 centimeters over 1 meter, and that fraction equals 1. You can also write 1 meter over 100 centimeters, and that fraction also equals 1. Which of these fractions should we use as our conversion factor in this problem? You'll know which one to use by looking at the units. Never forget your units when you are doing a conversion problem. We're starting with meters, and we want to end up with centimeters. we will write 0.189 meters and leave a space, and then write a blank and centimeters at the end. 0.189 meters times our conversion factor equals some number of centimeters. We want meters to cancel, and we want to be left with centimeters at the end. That tells us we need centimeters to go on top of our conversion factor and meters on the bottom. So we will use the fraction 100 centimeters over 1 meter as our conversion factor. 0.189 meters times 100 centimeters over 1 meter, meters cancel, equals 18.9 centimeters. If you'd like more help solving these kinds of problems, figuring out which skills you need and what are the common pitfalls, I wrote a book for you, How to Solve Word Problems. It's short and practical. Find the link below to get your copy.